Do you need a TV when you're going camping? Absolutely not. But if you did want one, this is exactly how you can do it yourself at home. So currently, my girlfriend and I are gearing up for a lap of Australia. And in today's episode, we'll be fixed mounting a TV into our rooftop tent that can stream, game, and pretty much do anything you want while still being able to close the tent with it all inside. Alright, so to bring this project to life, I've gone and bought a couple of things, all relatively cheap things online. So this is my first one. This is a screen, obviously, 23.6 inches, but it's a USB-C powered monitor. So it's not like a normal TV, it's meant for a computer, but that doesn't matter because it's got HDMI and all the important things we need to make our setup work. Firstly, you'll notice it's very thin, which is perfect for the rooftop tent, and it's ultra lightweight, so it's not gonna be a pain to lift and open the tent, which is great. This thing's got an included stand, so if you were using it like a normal display, it can sit upright, but we're probably gonna ditch that because we are gonna be mounting this to the top of the rooftop tent. And to do that, we're gonna be using this Versa mount. It's essentially like a universal mounting system for monitors, right? It's got 4 holes in it, slots in like that, and that'll sit at the top of our tent, making this monitor not only portable, but also holding it up there very slimline, so it's not gonna be, take up too much room. Now, because this is so slim and thin, it does mean the speakers aren't great on it. It does have included speakers, but to fix that, I've gone and got myself just a cheap soundbar, which is gonna sit at the bottom and project nice bass and sounds into our ears. So between all that, we should have a fairly good, cinema experience in the tent, hopefully. The biggest thing for us is gonna be working out how to actually mount it to the tent without drilling any holes in the tent, because you guys know I don't like putting holes in things. I want everything to be reversible. So yeah, that's gonna be our biggest engineering feat today, but hopefully by the end of today, we have a movie experience in the rooftop tent. So let's get right into it. So if you guys who don't know, I have the Ocam RTT15 rooftop tent. So this is a hard shell aluminium clam style tent. It's been really good. You can fit a lot of bedding in it, and that's exactly why I think this project is gonna work. Now, obviously this is how it comes from factory. I haven't touched anything inside. So you've got storage pockets and such and lighting, etc. Now, how these pockets mount is through they're pop riveted aluminium tabs that go on the side. They're almost like hooks that hold it on. And I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to use these to somehow run some aluminium channel across here to have the TV literally sit right here smack in the middle, so that when we're lying down here, it's like a perfect view of the TV. Living out of a car for a year, I just want the best of the best, and I feel like this system, I want it to be like, when you pop the tent, you just get in here, you flick your main power on, and it's ready to go. So that's the idea. Let's see if we can turn it into reality. So in order to mount the monitor to the rooftop tent, we're going to be having to make a frame, and we're going to make that frame out of very light gauge steel. It's what we have lying around the shed, like all our projects. This can then hold our little mounting plate for our Versa mount for our screen, and our screen to be able to slip in there and mount securely up onto the roof.
We don't know if it's going to work or not, so luckily this shouldn't be too hard to make, and we'll see if it's going to support the screen in the way we want to, keeping in mind that it's not supporting the screen while traveling.
Exactly.
Only when the car's stationary.
Yes, when the car's traveling, the screen's obviously going to be pressed up against all the pillows and doona and everything, which is going to sort of help protect it and keep it sort of supported. It only needs to be supported when it's erected at camp and when we're obviously watching TV on it. So once we had our piece of steel cut to length, we need to add some bends in it so it can match the shape of the rooftop tent. And with that done, it was time for a test fit.
There we go.
That is sick.
So that's about as flush as it gets, really, yeah.
That's perfect, Liam. So being happy with the frame, we could then drill and pop rivet on our monitor bracket. Look at that, perfect.
All right, we'll drill a few more holes.
So there was a bit of a weak point where the cuts were made for our bend, so we decided to reinforce the frame with cut-out plates of steel that were then welded on.
So we've just reinforced where we've had to make those cuts to bend the channel. It's just going to give it that little bit more strength so it doesn't want to bend where those cuts were. So once it's got a coat of black paint on it, it'll look fine.
So with the frame built, it was time to test how it would actually hold the screen. So now, this should drop in.
Drop in from the top.
Just like that. Satisfied, it was time to test fit it to the tent. This required drilling out holes in those hook mounts, and since this was just a test fit, we'd be using bolts to secure it. But on the final version, we will be using pop rivets. Thank you. And to power the screen for this first test, we will be using a simple power bank. All right, that should by rights turn on. That's literally perfect, dude. Like, This is insane. So with the first test an overwhelming success, we got rid of any free play from the mount, and then once it was solid, it was time to paint. Alright, so I've waited overnight and now our bracket is painted and ready to go. So we're going to be pop riveting this up into the tent instead of bolting it, mainly because this isn't something we're going to need to take on and off very frequently, and pop riveting this will give us a nice flush finish and it will be ultra strong. So we'll go get this up there, pop rivet it in, we should be ready to mount up our TV. Looking good. Excellent, that is fantastic. So with our bracket now all mounted in there, it is super sleek. Like if your tent came with that from factory, you wouldn't even blink twice. Like it looks really good. And then obviously we've got our screen right here and we can slip it right on in. That's sick. All right, so now the screen is secured in the rooftop tent. You might be wondering how we actually going to display content on that screen. Now, it does have a HDMI cable, so it leaves you with plenty of options. You could either plug a laptop in, you can plug Xboxes, PlayStations, whatever you want through HDMI, you can plug in. Now, what I'm going to be using is this. This is a Google Chromecast. The reason I like them, they're extremely thin, extremely slimline, and use very minimal power. And this has a HDMI on the end as well. So this is going to basically turn any TV with a HDMI input into a smart TV where you can watch your streaming services, you know, YouTube, all that on there. It also comes with a remote, which is very handy as being in the rooftop tent. You have the remote down here. This can be shoved up behind the monitor and in by HDMI, and it's powered simply by USB Type-C. So that can plug into a USB-C point and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna plug this in the back, I'm gonna run some wires around, and then I'm gonna show you how you can connect that up to our rooftop tent power to power the whole unit. Now, I'm lucky enough with this OCam tent to have built-in power, so I could tap into it and run a cable down to the end of the bed where I wired up a high output SIG socket with USB connections that could power the TV and the Chromecast. And that by rights should turn on. And now that is all running off the power from the tent. Alright, so before I give you a proper demo on this new setup, what is just as important as video quality is the audio quality. Now previously you would have seen I was going to use the soundbar inside of the rooftop tent. Now the problem with audio is for it to have a decent sound quality, it can't be as thin as a monitor. It's going to need some sort of area and space to be able to push that sound out to you. Now the speakers in this TV actually aren't half bad considering how thin it is. It's fine for YouTube and such, but for watching any movies, it's just not a good watching experience. So I knew I was going to need something a little bit bigger. Now the soundbar that I did buy was better, but it was quite thick and it honestly didn't sound that great. So we've gone for a new solution in this and something that I can pull in and out of the tent as I need. And that is a simple, high quality Bluetooth speaker. Now with this, I can hang it from the tent when I want to watch a movie, but I can also take it down and use it for other aspects around camp. Because it is so thick, obviously it's not going to love closing with the tent. So the ability to have this quick and easy to take out is really good. It connects to Google Chromecast as soon as I turn this on, so it's not like any hassle having it up here and connecting it. But it produces great sound and makes an awesome watching experience, especially for movies. So I'm on Starlink. I just want to show you the sound difference of the speaker.
Gonna take ballistics off a shattered bullet?
This is great.
I know, it sounds like you're in the movies. See, how good is this?
This is so great.
It's like you're at the movies.
I hope that these microphones can pick up the sound quality.
But it sounds good, eh? It sounds bassy.
Yeah, it does. It sounds great.
I've also added a small portable fan that hangs from the top of the rooftop tent. Now this one's going to be great for those hot nights, especially when we're up north. The best thing about this too, it also has a remote and a light, so it's very convenient in the tent. All right, so time for a demo. You first open up the rooftop tent, climb up inside, flick the main power switch. This turns on the TV and the Google Chromecast. Now this automatically connects to our Starlink dish on the roof and to our Bluetooth speaker as well. You've got your remote here in a pocket, and then you're ready to go. So through here, you can stream any of your favorite shows on all your streaming services in high quality through the internet, through the Starlink. And if you didn't have Starlink, obviously you can hotspot it up to your phone or anything like that. But you've got it all there at your fingertips, ready to go from the comfort of your bed. And the best part is that is all it takes. There's no hefty setup involved or anything. It's all wired in. You can't even see where the wires are coming from. It's ready to go as soon as you open the tent without having to put anything in the tent or whatever, it's there. And since really this is just a monitor with HDMI, it really opens up your creativity to do whatever you want with it. You know, you could bring an Xbox, PlayStation, you could stream games over Game Pass over your phone to it. You can do a whole lot with this, and with the power of Starlink on the roof as well, you can experience high fidelity, high quality content, whether that's gaming, movies, TV shows, whatever, all from the comfort of your rooftop tent.
It'd be nice to have
A
those
space.
homey comforts
Exactly.
when we're away for so long.
Exactly. Yeah, I just think it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous having a TV in the tent, but at the same time, when you're living out of the car, I think it can make a lot of sense.
And because normally we were using an iPad and putting it behind
Yeah,
this.
and this is the next level. Look how much bigger it is than an iPad. Like
So it's not like we know we're going to use it because we have used it in the past.
So do you need a TV in your rooftop tent to have a good holiday? God no, but if you are going to do it, this is definitely the way to go about it. It's slimline, it draws next to no power, and you can still shut the tent with all your bedding inside. So I'm very impressed with how Liam and I went about doing this. It is a really good setup. I'll leave links in the description to like the monitor and all the stuff I had to buy to make this happen. But yeah, honestly, very cheap and an awesome outcome and solution. So I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be very cool to have on our lap of Australia, and definitely be able to watch a couple movies up here on the trip. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give it a like, get subscribed, and we'll see you all in the next episode.